We are the Nerd Eternal Network.
Hello and welcome to Icons, the Wider World, here on the Nerd Eternal Network. I'll be your GM for the day, Jason, and with me as usual will be Curtis. Today playing Saint Moon El Brua. Taylor playing J303. Curtis playing Everlast, and Zach playing Wolf Witch.
Hola.
Though for some reason I am missing Zach's name. Let's see, was that it? No, that was not it. Clearly I am nothing but a professional. There we go.
It'll be no problem.
Alright, so we missed last session because I had a technical difficulty. Couldn't properly set the AM and PM on my clock when I lay down for a nap. So it has been a month since we got together. Who remembers what was happening a month ago?
We made it to the oil rig, and guards had heard us and were on their way. I remember that much.
I think you're cheating because you looked at the picture on the map. But anyway. But yes, y'all were on the underside of the oil rig, where it had some stairs that led down to a platform closer to the water. You had spotted all the guards on the top. Those are the icons in the little red boxes. Wolf Witch had stayed behind. I forget what it was she was dealing with.
I believe you said she was staying behind to, keep an eye on the bookshop, just in case they tried something else.
Okay. I knew it was something. I can't remember if you stayed behind and talked to the police or what it was, but anyway.
I thought she was kind of supervising the guys we subdued until the police showed up.
That may have been it.
Yeah.
But yes, you were pretty sure somebody had had overheard you, because one of you was not very stealthy going up the stairs. I don't think anyone had actually seen you, but it sounded like somebody was probably headed down in your direction. So what do y'all want to do now?
Well, if it sounds like someone's imminently about to approach us, do we actually see who spotted us?
Well, you don't think anybody has seen you yet. Somebody was saying they had heard something down there, and it sounded like they were ordering somebody to go down and check it.
Oh, I see.
Because you're on the underside of this oil rig.
Well, I guess I'll run for some kind of appropriate cover, and with the super speed, I'm hoping I'll be able to, give me a wider range of stuff to hide behind.
Okay. Let's see. So you start running up the stairs. They kind of zigzag. You have a platform. It runs up to the next platform, and then almost like a fire escape, old school fire escape. But you manage to get up next to the door, and there are a few barrels out on the platform there. So you can kind of duck down behind there. It's plenty enough to hide Everlast. It's not going to be enough for everybody to hide behind.
So not everybody can hide?
Not behind the barrels. You could Let's see. You could attempt to get right up under the stairs and hope they couldn't see you. It's not great cover, but it's a little bit. Or you could always dive into the water. I mean, that is always an option.
How many of us can hide behind the stairs? Or behind the barrels?
Probably just one. You know, it's like three of them about trash can size. So.
I mean, if we had one person out in the open, that's not as but three of us. I mean, it's probably not more than one or two behind the stairs, I would imagine.
Well, you've got, like I said, you got a platform, stairs, another platform, more stairs. So, if every one of you ducked under the stairs, maybe. Like I said, it's not offering you great cover, but it's something. Alright, so I'm just going to go around. Curtis said Everlast was going to hide behind the barrels.
Sure.
Alright. Taylor, what is Jay doing?
I guess I will attempt to hide under the stairs.
Okay. Curtis, what is Jay doing?
If anybody could pull off I'm a dumbass and somehow I'm on here lost, it would probably be Jay. So I would be less concerned about him hiding than anybody else. But if they're not behind the stairs, he'll try and get there.
Okay. Alright, so the three of y'all need to give me stealth checks. Which would be your coordination plus any sort of stealth skill you've got.
What if our character isn't coordinated at all?
Then you're probably in trouble.
Dang it.
Alright, their coordination, or not coordination, would be their awareness.
Brilliant!
Oh.
Oh, but they got a minimum roll. Alright, so two guys come barging out the door. They just sort of slam it open. Everlast, they walk right past you and down the stairs. Don't even notice you're there. They don't seem to respond. They don't seem to have noticed Jay 303. Saint Moon, on the other hand, is dressed in brighter clothing than some of the rest of you. And while they probably couldn't identify him, because he's still under the stairs, but when they glance down, they can see the bright bits of bright cloth showing between the gaps in the steps. So Curtis, they're yelling at Saint Moon.
Okay, he'll come out, hands up.
This is private property. What are you doing here?
I'm lost.
How did you even get here? One of them glances over. I don't see a boat.
It's like I was on the riverside. I was drinking. I'm drunk. How did I get here?
They just kind of look at each other.
You don't know? Have you been drinking too?
Sir, you're on private property and you're trespassing. We'll have to take you to the top and call the police.
I'll look up.
And
Yeah.
they're still coming down the steps as they're talking about it.
Yeah, while they're distracted and before they get a chance to call for to report the interloper, do they have visible like walkie-talkies on them?
Yeah, they both got radios.
Okay, I think maybe I could run up behind them and try to like grab and crush both of those radios at the same time. Is that a thing that can happen?
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
What should I roll for that?
Prowess, because it's kind of a hand-to-hand thing.
Okay. Should I add either of a martial arts or wrestling bonus to that?
Yeah, either one of those would be fine.
Okay. I'll just roll it as a melee attack then. I generated an 8 total.
All right, so that's going to be there. So the way you see it, St. Moon, they've got their guns out. They're coming down the stairs, and you see Everlast stand up from behind the barrels and just silently down the steps behind him, and then just reach over each of them's left shoulder and just crush the radios.
Sweet. Okay.
And at that point, we probably need initiative because they're not going to respond well to that.
Don't know why.
All right. Let me clear the turn orders.
Every moment with J303, I regret giving him a coordination of 1.
All right, all y'all go ahead and throw your minis down somewhere in the water towards the top. I don't have a map of the underside of this thing, so just so I can put you on the initiative order.
I don't seem to have.
Would do so, but Roll20 doesn't like me to control my own tokens.
Same here.
Doesn't really like me to either.
I put mine in the water.
At the top?
Wait,
Yeah,
I think it's
top
going to
right.
let me do J. I got J on there.
We went all the way up there, my bad.
All right.
Maybe I'll put in my character sheet. Oh, still the same, unfortunately.
Still's not letting you put Everlast down?
Sorry, it's, well, I could try again if you've retinkered. Yeah, I'm afraid not.
Can be controlled by play in Mike's player journal. Try one more time, and then I'll just throw it down if I have to.
No, yeah, I'm not able to select it.
Weird. All right. And then we need Wolf Witch. Wolf Witch isn't there quite yet, but teleporters are it's never hard to get a teleporter involved.
Go ahead and roll initiative for her.
Yeah, you haven't. Go ahead. Alright. So Wolf Witch got a 9. Everlast got a 9. Saint Moon got a 7. J303 got a 3.
Sounds about right.
And then I need to roll for. Let's see, their coordination is a 2. They got a 5. And for some reason, it won't let me adjust the. Ah, there it is. All right. All right, top of the order is Wolf Witch. Zach. The police have come. They have picked up the folks that you had captured, that you all had captured at the bookstore. The guys have been in contact with you. You knew they were coming to check out this oil rig. Now, Wolf Witch has teleportation, doesn't she? Or,
She can if she needs to.
okay. I was thinking it was something y'all had used before. So you're arriving on the bank in view of this oil rig. Not really sure where the guys are at specifically. Now, here in a few moments, you may hear some gunfire that'll give you a mild hint as to where they might be.
I could set up a locator spell, or I could just start throwing fireballs, or I could just enjoy this nice cup of coffee for a moment. Got me.
Then it is Everlast. So you've smashed, you reached up and you crushed the radios, and these guys, they've already got their guns out pointed at Saint Moon, but they start spinning around to see who's behind them.
Okay, as they do that, I'd like to just grab the. Are they rifles or pistols? Either way, I guess either way, I'd like to grab the muzzles of both and kind of do the same thing. Just crush both of them so they're so they can't fire anything and make noise.
Okay.
Shall I make another the same?
Yeah, it'd be pretty much the same roll.
All right, here we go. I have generated an 8.
Versus their prowess in this case. The dice, they do not like me today. And what is Everlast's strength?
8.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You can crush mountains.
Yes. So yeah, they whip around. Everlast just reaches out, grabs both barrels, and I'm just imagining her using her thumbs to just kind of push them up into L shapes.
Yeah.
One of the guys goes, "It's her," and the other one goes, "It's Everlast." So congratulations, you're known among the flunkies now.
I'm not the Egyptian anymore.
Well, those were the
Still walk
rookies.
Like one, oddly enough.
That's right.
Then it is Saint Moon's turn.
So Everlast basically disarmed both of them, right?
That's correct.
Disarmed and discommunicated.
I mean,
So
they may still have fists.
Yeah, I did literally disarm.
So I don't need to be doing anything spectacular. I will just throw a punch at one of them.
Okay. So you run up a couple of stairs and. So give me a prowess roll plus any martial arts or brawling or whatever.
Let's try this again. Oh, it won't let me bring up the. It's gonna make me do it the hard way. Sorry.
No problem.
Well, it left the 4 off.
So it's a 5 total.
Yeah.
He went 1d6 underscore 4.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a bad typist.
All right, so that would be a 5 total then.
Yeah.
All right. And he only gets a 4. So you run up and you kidney punch one of the guys. How strong is St. Moon?
He's just average. He's got a 3.
Okay, well, that's 3 points of damage on the guy because he's not. This fella is not armored particularly. Let's see.
There we go.
So he kind of grunts and drops his gun and grabs his back where you punched him. They both look very startled because they realize they're kind of they're surrounded and unarmed.
And without their walkie-talkies.
They can't even call for help. I suppose they could potentially scream,
They could.
That potential shall soon be realized. I mean, beep boop.
Let's see. Okay, now it's their turn. Let's see. Really haven't been too noisy yet, other than the clatter of them dropping their guns. And right now they're acting on instinct, so they're not really thinking to stop and scream quite yet. Both of them reach and pull out a knife that they had on their belt. So the first one, the one St. Moon punched, is going to try to stab him. Wow, it was a long delay before it put the number up when I rolled it. So St. Moon needs to give me a prowess roll to avoid getting knifed.
He's got danger sense, so...
Okay, you can use that instead then.
Do you use it instead, or do you add it?
I believe it substitutes. We can
Unless
look that
it's
up.
below. You substitute whatever's highest, I think.
Okay, well then, instead I've got an 8.
And then I think if it's lower, it gives a bonus.
Let's see.
That is correct.
About that. All right, thank you.
Yes, if your danger sense is lower than the associated ability, you get a +1 bonus on the test instead. I know the big thing in icons is very little adds together.
Okay, then I got an 8 instead of a 12, sorry. Because both my prowess and my danger sense were 4, so...
Okay.
Then you'd have a 9 total.
Yeah, because you get a +1 to the stat.
Oh,
If
okay,
the
gotcha.
danger sense is not higher, isn't higher. All right, so, but that's still enough. It's close, but you managed to knock his hand out of the way or jerk to the side or whatever. And the other one, let's see. They know they won't ever last alive, but he's kind of in freak out mode at the moment, so he's just going to slash at her. He also got a 7.
Okay, and this is a evade thing. Oop, I dodge it. Or, yeah.
Alright, you easily evade him. And then it is Jay's turn.
So, there's an unhurt one, right?
Yes, there's one that is uninjured. The one slashing at Everlast.
I will politely step up and go Judy chop and just bop him.
Hey, I'm assuming you watch the Austin Powers movies, right?
Bits and pieces.
He needs to call out like,
Ooh.
robot judo chop.
You go to Judy chop him, and you kind of hit his arm, but he jerks to the side, so it's kind of an off. Rather than really being a strike, it's more of a caress.
That's not awkward.
Yeah. It's like he feels uncomfortable.
Now we're back around to Wolf Witch. Zach, give me an awareness roll.
Not a problem.
Oh, let's see. What would the difficulty be?
That's very aware.
You heard a couple of clangs. Which where you had to be kind of staring up at the top of the oil rig, where you see some guards on patrol there. You hear this clang coming from underneath it. When you look down, you can see people scuffling on this on these stairs up under the rig.
That is uncharacteristically wise of them. I suppose I'll head there.
All right.
1 second.
Mike, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes. Oh, what's up?
What sounds like chickens coming through your mic?
Chickens. Oh, there are birds squawking outside.
Okay.
It may actually be chickens.
They could be. They're sensitive mic if you can hear that. Would you like me to? Shall I close the window?
I was just curious what it was.
It's not real loud or disturbing. It's just I noticed a squeaking at first. I was like, does somebody have a radio on? Or
Well, I was
somebody
like,
else watching TV?
surely that can't be Izzy.
Like during the moment of complete silence, I just heard. Wah, 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 wah. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, but perhaps that's what it is.
All the Charlie Brown teachers are having a teachers conference.
Right. You're getting used to this whole. They're learning the whole online teaching thing. But yeah, I'm presuming that's what's going on.
All right.
Like I said, it's not loud enough to be particularly distracting.
Oh yeah, it's not a problem.
Let me know if it is. It's easy enough to close the window.
All right. Well, till Zach gets back, we can go ahead and let Everlast go.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So Zach, Wolf Witch spots the guys brawling under the oil rig. You said you're going to head that direction. We were, I guess, working under the assumption that you teleported in. So
I'll just use a teleportation to bamf over there.
yeah. So if you want to use your magic, we'll assume it's a spell you already kind of have on tap. So that's your action. You appear on the walkway. Everybody sees Wolf Witch appear. One of the thugs are fighting like, oh crap, it's another one.
Advise you leave the little girl alone.
She's trespassing.
Then
it's the little girl's turn.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think she could resist cracking out. Who are you calling a little sort of thing? And she'll go ahead and try to put one of the two guards into a sleeper hold. Yeah, I don't think even though I'm super strong, I'm still got the frame of a 16-year-old girl, so I'll assume I can't reach around and take on both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, wrestling move. Here we go. And that's I generated a 10 total.
Okay, and their prowess, I think it's a 3. So let's see. So you beat him by 6, which is a massive success. So yeah, you jump up, clap an arm around, and he's just on the ground gasping.
Also, taking care not to rip his head off. Of course.
Oh yeah.
With the strength to move mountains.
unless you're using, claws or just something that's clearly lethal damage, you're not going to kill somebody on accident in this game.
Sure.
So yeah, you got him choked out. By next round, he should be unconscious. Saint Moon, you're up.
All right, I will punch that guy again.
Okay.
Good shot.
Yeah, but you beat him by 4, which is still a major success. Let's see. You do 3 points of damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just crack him across his chin, and he goes down like a boxer with a glass jaw. He hits the ground, his hand opens. You see his knife kind of flip over the edge, and you hear it splash when it hits the water. Now, let me see if anybody else heard all the commotion. Crap, what was the difficulty that I gave Wolfwitch to hear stuff? I think it was a +4. Alright, so they got an 8 on their check, and they have to beat a 9, so they did not hear anything. So, y'all stand there for just a second to hear if any other alarms went up. And all you hear is the gasp and occasional, kick of the guy Everlast is choking out until he finally goes unconscious. With the radios busted, you don't know if anybody's calling them over the radio or not.
Oh, right.
But you easily make it back up to the door. It had swung mostly shut on its own, but it doesn't sit quite even in the door frame, so it did not click back locked.
Shall we go inside?
Yeah, that's what we're here for. And again, we're here to find the that dude, right? No, this is what
You had gotten word from the people you had captured and interrogated that this was the Pantheon's base here in town.
Right.
And there has been a rash of disappearances out of the mystical community.
Right.
So it is your hope that this is where they're keeping the people.
Yes. Also hopeful. Yeah. Hopefully intel on the whole operation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go in.
Should we try our standard infiltration tactic?
Oh, that's right. The invisibility thing. I can't remember. Actually, I can't. Now that I think about it, I don't know if Everlast has gotten that experience yet. Because she
has whenever we busted into those 2 mansions.
Okay, so maybe at the very beginning. That's right.
Yeah.
Before I got separated. Sure. Yeah.
Great. Let's see if I can't pull it off.
Profane powers.
The Jays haven't got to experience it yet.
Right.
So at what power rank were you trying to get this the invisibility?
7.
All right. And you rolled a 10, so okay.
And boop, 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 boop. With the invisibility ray.
Or do I have to
As
roll
you are in the
dice?
presence of a...
What was that, Zach?
Said something?
I think you
You
cut
may
off.
have cut off. You said all we
said
caught was
we were
in the presence of, and then just stop.
No, I heard you say something.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking out loud when I was looking at the stats on the roll. Please
You're
continue.
fine. As you are in the presence of a... And she turns to where Saint Moon should be. Real magician.
No.
We are all now completely concealed. Visually, mind you.
Did you just sing Bibbidi Bobbidi Boop?
There's a vague possibility that happened. Come on, children, hold hands so we don't get separated.
These words you used, real magician. I don't think they mean what you think they mean.
I realize I see via. You know what? Never mind. Let's just go. I'm not going to state the fact I can still see all of us.
You have
could
infrared?
I'm a robot.
And for the record, I could so make us invisible.
I too could make us invisible. This isn't a contest that I care for us to have in the middle of getting ready to be shot at.
Or stabbed.
The stab part I'm not real scared about. I'm a robot.
They could stab you in the battery or something. You don't know.
They're going to have some pretty hefty force behind that knife to get through me. The bullets, on the other hand, that's dangerous.
Alright. So I'm going to move you for... basically, you come out on top of this platform here. Now, if I remember right, you can't see each other.
Right, we had
Generally
to
speaking.
hold hands.
Yeah, so you end up holding hands.
Nothing wrong with holding hands. It's a sign of friendship.
Let's see. Okay. Alright, so give me a stealth check to see how quietly you can walk around.
Oh, Max rolled it, baby. I'm stealthy today. I'm the stealthiest little 7 you'll ever see.
Alright, so everybody beat a 6.
Yeah, let's go with that.
No, not quite. Alright, so as y'all are walking around, let's see. So you come up on the top of this platform, where the centerpiece and the four corners are all kind of, thick portions that obviously have interiors. This one really didn't. The door pretty much just opened up to a little foyer that walks up to the surface. As you're walking through this hallway here, let me see here. You find 2 sword saints. Like I said, this is a little covered walkway here, so they're out of sight of anybody. Anybody on the shore looking at the thing wouldn't be able to see them. Anybody over, doing a flyover wouldn't be able to see them. But they're kind of at attention, like they're on guard duty, though.
For the record, since it's been a month, when J303 interfaced with one of these suits before, did it have infrared?
I don't believe it did. I believe they have like night vision that they can switch on, but I don't think they have flat out infrared.
It's just because J303 would know from memory, so.
But passing by them, St. Moon is a little less quiet than everybody else.
You hear him whisper, "No, I'm not going to call her cloak a chupacabra."
Sorry, what?
And you hear one of the sword saints look at his turns, looks at his buddy. What did you say? I thought you said something. And you see, and both of them kind of look around and step to the, edges of their, at the edge of the hallway and kind of look out. Radio the guys that were going down under, see if they found anything. You hear one of them go over the radio, calling for Roy or Bill. They're not getting any answers back, though.
And it's action time.
So they call that name a couple times, and when they don't get a response back, you hear one of them over the radio. Let's see. What's a good name for just random people names that I'm. Braden. We're not getting any word back from the guys you sent under the platform. Have somebody else go check on them. We thought we heard something up here. And during all this, I'm assuming y'all all froze. So what do you want to do now? You want to pounce on him? You want to keep sneaking past? Do you want to wait until they inevitably find the unconscious bodies of the guys you left behind?
I feel like at this point it's only a matter of time before they find the unconscious guard. So I wonder maybe at this point we just try to make a rush for just to find where the
J303's infinite wisdom. He calls the police.
Oh, okay.
The fight's about to start.
There are sword saints on this oil rig. The sword saints are terrorists.
That's true.
The police now have an excuse.
They are known terrorists, and your guy could undoubtedly send them pictures of proof that they're there.
That's fair.
Oh, sure. Taylor has a good plan, and I'm sitting here wishing, oh gosh, if only I was playing Landshark, I would pretend, he'd be whispering, pretending he's the guy on the other end of the radio when they're trying to call the unconscious guys.
We're all fine here. How are you?
Joke's on you. Landshark would be so terrified of being over.
Well, that's a good point. That's all right.
He would have never made it to the rig.
Yeah, I think at this point we just make a rush for it, because my big concern is that if as soon as we're spotted, there might be a move just like, I don't know, deleting.
Execute people.
Well, that's it. Yeah, deleting people and or evidence. So at this point, we might just want to go for speed and hope we made it in far enough undetected to get there before the crucial evidence and people get eliminated.
Our 5 feet of distance.
Well, we're on the rig. That's got to count for something. I don't know. What do you all say?
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, it's time to fight.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's a question: with my super speed, do you want me to just like run around, just start looking for where they could be, and hopefully you all can
How fast is
handle
your
it?
super speed?
4, so as fast as a whatever.
Car?
4. Yeah, I'm not fast. I'm not fast helicopter speed. So wait, this is the wrong book. No, this book has the same chart. Yeah, fast as a fast race car, so that's pretty fast.
Yeah, it's like 100 miles an hour
Yeah.
plus.
Do we want to? Does that sound like a decent plan? And then I'll come back as soon as I find out where everyone is, and help you get through these guards or these saints long enough and then proceed
Yeah,
from
because
there.
the invisibility should be in effect until Wolfwitch either drops the spell herself or you engage somebody.
And the question is, do we want to try and take out these sword saints while Everlast is scouting with her super speed, or do we want to try to move on?
Honestly, we're pretty well outnumbered, so the least attention we can draw to ourselves at this moment is probably the better plan.
I agree. I mean, these sword saints are tough, so I know we won't be able to blow through them like we were able to the other guards. So I think I agree that evasion might be evasion and securing the primary target would be the best call.
Okay, so y'all going to sneak on past him?
Yeah.
Okay, give me stealth rolls then. It should be coordination.
Well, I did a little better this time.
Oh, I'm going to do much worse.
Yep, there it is.
All right, okay, and I'm not rolling. I'm not rolling the regular guards though. I'm rolling the sword saints. They're a little bit better.
Oh, one. Damn it.
Just better enough.
I mean, a 1 still would have tied with me. That's
Yeah.
Y'all keep going. Stealth. And I'm like, I'd rather just punch him, and let's get this over with, because I'm gonna get caught.
And you do. You bring a foot down a little too hard, and there's a clank. Everybody else managed to get, kind of past them. Jay is basically, cause y'all be holding hands. Jay is basically right in the middle of them. Clank. And they both just, turn around and look dead. Clearly they can't actually see you, but it was a loud enough noise that they just look dead at the space you're in, and both of them pop their blades. Big energy.
How much determination do I have right now? I forgot.
You hear one of them over the radio.
Oh, I'm still at 0.
We've got targets. They're stealthed some kind of way.
Yep, there we go.
Lock down the platform, secure the prisoners, make sure the boss knows what's going on.
Crap.
Lord, I'm glad the police are hearing this.
Oh, you just got an open line with them?
Oh, hell yeah. Of course. Remember, my entire thing is I can do thousands of phone calls at the same time. That's how I made my money.
Oh, that's right. Your robo does robocalls.
The robocaller.
Think we've found the setting's greatest villain.
Just because I became a millionaire doing automated telephone calls.
And maybe some Bitcoin on the side.
Oh, boo-hoo, I interrupted your dinner every night for 3 years.
I'm not interested in extending my home or auto warranty.
Alien
It's a minor
invasion insurance,
inconvenience
however.
for me to be rich.
Yeah, no, we're the selfish ones. You're right.
I worked 9 to 5 like everybody else, and also 5 to 10 like everybody else, and also 10 to 10 like everybody else. Hell, I work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I deserve to be rich.
People just don't stop eating dinner all over the world. There's always someone trying to have a peaceful dinner.
Shoot. I thought maybe there'd be a power where I could just put him to sleep, but
There is. It's called Choke a Bitch.
Everyone has to
wait. Choke a bitch, page 82.
that must be an icon's A to Z.
Is it under C or B though?
That's a good question.
Well, it's actually under Strangulation. It's just the power set specifically is Choke a Bitch.
All right, let's see here.
C is for choking.
But yeah, there should be some kind of power to do that. Stunning, probably.
Oh, I bet you are right.
Which in the main book is on 108.
Yeah, it's like a catch-all for all.
Stunning can render an opponent unable to act. Moderate means they can take no more than one action. They can take no action for one page. Major, no action for double duration. Massive means target can take no action for the remainder of the chapter.
Yeah,
So you could easily describe that as varying degrees of, they miss a turn because you make them super drowsy for a little bit, versus they fall down for a few rounds, versus they're just out until you know.
Right.
So yeah, I would definitely model that with stunning.
I will try to do that. I will, just say, sleep, shh, and try to put the two of them to sleep.
All right, so you're doing that with your magic. That takes.
Yes.
Now, does that take a round for you to prep, or do you have the extra?
It's instantaneous.
Okay.
It is unstable.
Oh yeah, let me just look here and see what the.
I rolled a 3, so for my unstable, so it shouldn't trigger anything.
That's right. Unstable is the one that you roll. Uncontrolled, I think, is the one that I control.
Yeah, right. Uncontrolled, you can do whatever and you can. The effect of instability can be whatever you want. If I get a 1 or a 2. So I'm going to try and put them to sleep or stun them.
All right, so that is coordination versus coordination. Now you've got instantaneous on the magic, but you still have to make the occult roll to do the spell, I think. So what rank are you want to do the stunning at? Because the difficulty, the rank you want it at is the difficulty that you got to beat the roll by.
Oh, come on. Sorry, it looks like my network hiccuped.
Uh-oh. Did you lose us, or for a minute there, or is it just roll 20s messing on you?
And I'm not hearing anybody.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, there we go.
You're gonna have to give him a minute then.
Yeah. Let him know.
You may end up having to disconnect and reconnect.
Yeah, you may do it. Are you hearing us at all, Curtis?
It would appear that he is out like a light.
Yep. Oh, I was in the wrong chat window talking to him.
And
That's
here
probably
you
what it
guys will have to reboot.
is. Okay. All right. Well, we'll go to Everlast then, since I think you were planning to break off and kind of go your own way at super speed.
Yeah, just to try to scope as much of the rig as possible and see if I can find out where where the captives are. I guess just going in a counterclockwise. Actually, no. I probably want to. My instinct would be that it would be somewhere central. So I guess I would just kind of maybe start going counterclockwise and then go towards the inner core at the first, I guess, walkway I come across.
Okay. All right. So you run down to here without really. I mean, there's one guard, regular looking guard up top.
Mm-hmm.
And he's hustling over to where the Sword Saints are because he heard them over the radio. Hey, we got people. So, he hears a rush of wind go by, but doesn't necessarily think anything of it.
Yeah.
So you get over to this little hallway here.
Mm-hmm.
And you see two more Sword Saints in the hallway.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, it looks like a pretty. I mean, is there room for? Yeah, I guess it would be a risk to.
It'd be a risk. You could make a prowess roll to try to slip past him.
Yeah, I wonder if I should just keep running and hopefully try to. Well, I don't know. Would I necessarily know that there's a walkway around each one of these?
Well, you've been up under. There's things connecting all these different branches, so it wouldn't be a stretch for you to assume there was a walkway.
Okay, so I might want to just try circling around just to see if I can find a walkway that doesn't have Sword Saints in them. It's entirely possible they might all. I mean, without knowing how many Sword Saints are on here, it's entirely possible that they may be all over the place. But it's worth the risk, I think.
Okay, so you're gonna keep running around.
Yeah.
All right. When you hit this tower, there's another guard. Let's see. And then in this walkway, you see two more Sword Saints.
I see.
And you can look across. You can look across the. Into that kind of next hallway, and see the two more.
Okay. I don't know if I have any more time for movement on this page.
Yeah, you made a pretty good. You covered a pretty good bit of ground. So yeah, that's probably about it.
Okay. Hopefully they won't knock me out before I get a chance to redouble around.
Well, right now you're still invisible. You haven't engaged anybody. You have not broken your invisibility.
Oh, okay. So even didn't we need to have hands linked?
That was just so we could keep track of each other.
That was just to keep up with each other. Because if y'all got separated while invisible, you wouldn't be able to see each other. You'd be bumping into each other. It does not actually affect the invisibility at all.
Awesome. That's good to know.
Airman?
Hello.
Hello. You're right.
Awesome.
Sorry, Discord just gets weird. If it loses connection, I have to reboot to restore it.
It happens. We all have little technical issues from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
But we know it.
It's not nearly as bad as it was first season. Y'all weren't here for that.
Oh.
Okay.
Let me swap around names because everybody's name got jumbled.
Sorry about that.
No, nothing you can do about it. Let's see. St. Moon goes down there. Everlast goes over here. Jay goes up here now. Only Wolf Witch, who's off camera, gets to stay where they're at.
Wolf Witch is camera shy.
Mm.
Kind of like Bigfoot.
I don't think she's real.
All right. All right. So Saint Moon was getting ready to cast a sleep spell.
Yes.
You have to make a roll, an occult roll, I believe, or it's an intelligence roll that you can use your occult skill with to actually perform the spell. Because that's one of that and the time basically having to skip around are the two limitations on magic to let you do about anything. You've got the instantaneous, so the time is not an issue. But you still got to make the occult roll. The difficulty is based on what rank you want the power at. Up to whatever your magic rank is.
I was going to say I was 8, but
Okay.
I don't know how that affects my roll.
It means you have to roll an 8 or better.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like you
Which
just
I
rolled
did.
it looks like you just rolled a 9, so you got the spell no problem. And then it is I believe it said coordination versus coordination. So as you start performing this spell, you become visible and are clearly kind of, wiggling your fingers at them, so they're going to try and dodge out of the way. I'm imagining this is kind of like an area effect spell that you're dropping, so.
Yeah, that was the idea since I'm trying to hit 2 at once.
So give me a coordination roll. See if you can drop it before they jump out of the way. Let's see, where is this?
Dang. Was that me rolling a 6? Nah.
It's got to happen every now and then.
Aww.
All right, so one of them manages to avoid it.
The other just yawns.
Let's see. So it's a 6, and you rolled a total of a 9. All right, well, he's got to make a roll. All right, roll a power level test against your target's strength or willpower, chosen when you take the power. So do you want to go up against his strength or his willpower?
I'm going to say willpower. I think I'm going to guess they're stronger than they are.
Oh, they're cultists. How wise can they be? All right, so you will roll a d6 plus the level of the ability, so a d6 plus 8, and they will roll their willpower. Ooh, max roll, so you need to beat a 9. Let's see, you tie, and on a failure or marginal success, there is no effect. So you hear him yawn in his armor, and that's about it. Now, if you wanted to try that again next round, you've already got the spell going, so it's just the coordination. You don't have to re-roll the occult check.
Right.
And you know what? We better go ahead and get just full initiatives at this point. Jay and Wolf Witch will get a round, before that kicks in if they want to do something. But all right, so Saint Moon got an 8. J303 got a 3. Everlast got an 11. Oh, did I not roll for the Sword Saints already? Huh. Sword Saint got a 9. And Wolf Witch got a 7. Put them in descending order, and we're ready to go. All right. Now, in this, we'll call it a surprise round since y'all were doing, we're doing stuff while you were invisible. So Wolf Witch, what are you doing in this? You kind of see what's going down. Saint Moon becomes invisible and is casting a spell, but you don't see where it did anything. And you heard the rush of wind as Everlast took off.
Okay, have I seen which one dropped?
Oh, neither one of them dropped.
Yeah.
Now, you,
Oh, okay,
you
okay.
saw
failed.
Saint Moon become visible as he's casting a spell.
All right. Well, Wolf Witch is going to come up behind this guy,
Okay.
but grab him by his throat, shove a hand against his back, and just whisper into his ear, "Tell me where they're being held, and you will live."
Give me a willpower roll versus if you think you've got a skill that helps with intimidation.
I see we're still using Choke a Bitch.
It's a slightly different power in the same power set. All right. Okay. That's about what I figured his willpower would be. Oakley dokley. All right, what was the question you asked him? Because he really wants to answer.
Where are the prisoners being held? Tell me where the prisoners are, and you will live.
They're in the center. They're in the center with the boss.
Fascinating. Thank you. Who's your boss?
The headsman.
Oh, I've been wanting to see him again.
Oh, I don't think you do. I don't think you do, ma'am.
Only, do you know how he does that fun little trick where he cancels out magic?
He's got the Reaper's scythe.
Cheap
It lets
knockoff,
him
I've
do-
been
It
told.
lets him do all kinds of stuff.
Think I need that on my shelf.
Or excuse me, the scythe of. Yeah, never mind. This guy isn't that into it. He doesn't know what it's really called. So yeah, he just calls it the Reaper's scythe.
And I believe that would be my action for the round.
Yeah, because you snatched the dude up. You Wayne Brady'd him. Oh no, that's not choke. No, choking's what he threatened to do. Been a long time since I've seen the Wayne Brady's kid. And J303, what are you going to do in this surprise round?
I'm going to, if I'm not mistaken about this power, going to turn to the left. Look at that nice little airplane-looking thing. I'm going to interface with it. Let me double check that interface is visual range, but
Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, you have to step to the edge to get a good look at it, but you can do it.
yeah, I just wanted to go into the water. Whatever I have to do to make it go into the water.
All right. Does your interface work, or do you have to be touching it? Which I think would defeat the purpose of interface, so it's probably ranged. Computers at visual range.
So I guess the real question would be, does it have a computer on it? Which I would assume yes.
Where an average airplane of that size, there'd be a limited amount of computer. I mean, there'd be computer equipment on there, but as far as being able to fully pilot it, not really. Now 747s, you might actually be able to take them off. I don't know if you could take them off. I know some of them have automatic landing these days. But this thing is like Quinjet level, so it's almost completely. It can be almost completely computer controlled. So you basically just want it to take off and plow into the water? Is that what you're going for there, Tyler?
Yeah.
All right. Give me
kinda
intellect,
ODA.
and if you've got computer skill, basically you're hacking it.
I've got a technology.
That's the one.
All right. I talked and beat Boop at a 14.
All right, and it's got decent security on it. You still beat it by a 6, though. So when you interface with this thing, you realize it's got vertical takeoff and landing capabilities. It's got afterburners. So yeah, to flip in the water, you basically just fire up, the jets or rockets, or you want to call it, that starts the vertical takeoff. And then once it gets a few yards in the air, yeah, you pretty much just turn off the ones in the front, so just the ones in the back are going. It just kind of flips over the side, and you're a very loud sploosh.
And also just to double check, could kind of just set off a jet. There's a dude kind of in the range of that jet. Is he okay?
Because you were using the thrust for the vertical takeoff, so it was pretty much forced down to the platform. He is still
Okay.
close enough that it knocked him down.
Okay. Well, I just remember that, engines do make a lot of wind, and I really didn't want to knock a man unconscious into the water by accident.
No. It knocked him down, but that's about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Really, just because it fired up so quick, it caught him by surprise. So, he hits the ground, he kind of sits up, his hat gets blown off, he's fine. He does a quick look around like he hopes he's not going to get blamed for that. And then you see him kind of grab for his radio. They took out the plane.
I'm pretty sure that was the only escape vehicle, so we're good.
They took out the plane, boss, the plane. Okay, the initiative. Slide back up here, we can see everybody. All right. So then we enter the first full round of initiative. Top of the order is Everlast, who is down here on her lonesome, surrounded by a guard and 2 sword saints.
Mm-hmm. And it's still invisible.
But you're still invisible.
Okay. I'd like to let them pass and then continue on towards the center.
Okay. And the sword saints go next, so that's not a long wait. So the 2 right next to you, yeah, they just immediately go running past you. They're, clearly on the way to back up the folks that actually have some shenanigans going on. These 2 over here that you also saw, they come and they take up kind of a center point, clearly still on guard.
Mm-hmm.
They're not as worried about being, keeping themselves unseen. But they're kind of spaced out because they're trying to cover the entire area.
Right.
Being invisible, you should be able to weave through them without too much trouble. I mean, you probably want to make a stealth check when you do it.
Yeah. Well, I've done okay with the stealth checks so far. So
Yeah. You're pretty. You got a pretty good coordination. So.
Yeah, I'm good. At this point, I'm going to guess that there's sword stains all over the place. So I'll go ahead and try to sneak my way past those 2. And here comes my coordination check. Oh wait, that's fine. I just what did I roll? I got. Oh, I didn't roll yet, or did I?
You got a 9.
Oh, okay, that was mine. Yeah, okay.
And they got an 8, so you slipped. Well, actually, that was the first one got an 8, the second one got a 6, so you slipped past them without any trouble.
Okay, phew.
And you were going to go. You were heading into the center.
Yeah.
Area. All right. So there's a lot of equipment in this center area, but you also have basically cages they've set up. They have cots. I mean, I should really say cell more than cage. I mean, for practical purposes, it's about the same. But but there are like cots and
E-buckets.
more like little chemical toilets. No privacy, so it's not going to be pleasant. But
How many captives?
let's see, that guard is actually on the surface. But you do see somebody striding out of the. Basically, he's leaving through the doorway opposite of where you came in.
The headsman?
It is the headsman.
Oh boy. I mean, it's good that he's leaving, but not good for the rest of the team.
It'll be fine.
Do I see any captives?
Yes, those cells I talked about. There's a couple of captives in each one.
Oh, okay. So there's are we talking about like more or less than a dozen?
7.
Okay. 7 captives. Once Headman turns a corner, I'll plan to see what I can do about at this point about busting them out. If it looks like I could, well, I'm gonna see if I could just take care of it manually, and we've already got emergency klaxons sounding off, so we'll just have to see if this indicates that if there's any like specific alert tied to the.
There's
the
no
cells.
audio alarm going off.
Oh, okay.
But on these inside areas, you do have like a red light flashing, so there is an obvious alarm going off. It's just nothing you would hear from outside the platform.
Okay, so the I guess once Headman's out of view, at the next opportunity Everlast gets, she'll start ripping off cell doors to let people go.
Okay, and it's a couple men, a few women. One cage has got 2 very similar looking children, boy and a girl, very light blonde hair, kind of pale.
Does anyone have like any visible superhuman powers?
No, the 2 children I'm talking about have golden eyes. Not like glowing light, but like their irises are kind of gold.
I see.
So that that's a little odd, but everybody else looks fairly normal. 1 or 2 of them are dressed kind of new age, hippie-ish.
Hippy dippy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
But nobody's walking around with like obvious angel wings, or anything like that. Or
No,
open third eyes or nothing.
Right. No apparent superpower suppression technology going on. Nothing apparent.
No, there are some symbols on the ground, like painted on the ground around some of the cages.
Okay. Well,
That could be a problem.
right. I do have at least some occultism, so I probably would at least be able to recognize the potential for danger there. But I guess we'll see how I handle that next turn.
All right, and let me roll right quick for the headsman's.
It's a man of heads.
Ooh, he got a good initiative. All right. So let's see. Descending. All right. So okay, he technically goes before Everlast. So yeah, as you're walking in, you see him just walking out. Let's see. Jay sees a very large man in like a full hood, and holding a scythe, come strolling out from one of the hallways.
Oh, I'm sorry, which J?
J3.
Oh, okay.
In combat, you'll notice that I tend to refer to the other J as Saint Moon.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see, is he going to do anything this round? Because, let's see. I'm going to say Jay's invisibility is still up. Because he used his interface, but he didn't really physically interact with anything, so.
Ha! Technology wins again.
So he walks right between you and the Sword Saint, and you're kind of like... Saint Moon, he seems to be beelining for you.
Yay.
And he recognizes you and even calls you by name. The full Saint Moon El Bruja.
The headsman does?
He goes, Saint Moon El Bruja. I feel kind of honored to have caught your attention.
And he acts like he hears a voice in his head. And, it's like, well, I'm thinking it might be a good idea that the staff of Namu might be better belong in better hands.
I tried to tell the man I served that it would have been better in his hands, but he thought I was the man for the job. So I have the job.
I'm assuming he's coming at me with the staff or the scythe.
Yes. That's the end of his turn. He basically spent his entire turn traveling, but as the only person he can, well, I take that back. He could probably see Wolf Witch as well, but you're the first one he's approaching, so. And if he knows your name, he probably knows your reputation, so, you doubt he's going to underestimate you. Where, dressing in relatively normal clothes, sometimes people don't realize.
That's too bad because Jay's probably still alive because people underestimate him.
But he's walking at you knowing your full name and being into the mystic stuff, so yeah, he's probably one that's going to come at you hard because he knows he needs to take you down quick. Alright, let's see. Everlast took her move. Then it is the Sword Saints. Let's see. One of them beelines for Saint Moon. The other one sees one of his buddies being picked on by Wolf Witch and goes after her. Let's see here. What is there? I think their coordinations were a 4, or was they a 5? Alright, so the first one is taking a swing at Saint Moon. So you'll need to dodge with your coordination. I think it's your coordination +1 because of his danger sense.
Yeah.
Alright, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they beat you by 3. So you take 5 points of damage.
Oh, crap.
Where is the... there it is. And it is a killing attack. And I said he beat you by 3. Yeah, beat you by 3. Which is a moderate. Let's see, killing average. An attack achieves a potential kill. Does it have to be a moderate, or does it have to be a massive success, or does a major success count? Just 1 second. Well, I've got killing, and what it does is it gets a potential killing, but I can't see where a potential kill. Let's see. Okay, yeah, moderate triggers. Okay. Alright, so give me a strength check versus the damage done. So give me a strength check versus 7.
Oh, crap.
Alright, so that is a moderate success. Reduces the target stamina to 0. Renders the character unconscious.
Okay, obviously I'm unconscious, but I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
One of his pre-prepared spells is smoke form.
I think you would still have to take an action to activate it.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't trying to undo anything.
Oh, okay.
But my question was, if he goes into smoke form, he would lose... because they already had stun prepared. But I would lose that in smoke form. And if I was in smoke form, I couldn't cast another spell without losing smoke form. Am I correct?
All right, smoke form is one that you don't have to make the roll for because you've got it. It's just one you already got for permanent use.
Right.
So I would say that you wouldn't lose the one you had prepared. But yeah, you could only use one of them at a time.
One spell at a time.
Or both of them at ranks, lower ranks, so you never use more than
my magic level.
Like you've got a magic of 8. You could have 2 spells going at 4 if you wanted to.
Magic is very complicated.
It is one of the handful of powers in this game that is a little complicated because you can shift stuff around so much. All right. Oh, that was that one. One takes a swing at Wolf Witch. Now the dice love me.
Oh, come on.
Hey, the second half of this session may just be y'all trying to escape. But when St. Moon goes down, Everlast, you become visible. J303, you become visible.
Well, no, not for St. Moon. If Wolfwitch went down, she cast a spell.
Oh, was she the one that cast it? That's right. That's right. You were saying you could have done it. My bad. Ignore that.
Only me grabbing the guy by his throat count as a hostile action, so they'd be visible anyway?
That just made you visible.
Okay.
I'm going to say they have to violate their own.
But it was hostile.
She was much gentler than she could have been. She could have turned to a wolf and bit him. Alright, so he beat you by 4, so you take 5 points of damage. And give me a strength roll.
2.
Okay, you're fine. Hang on a second. What did Curtis rolled a 4? And I was saying he needed a 7, but he should have only needed a 5. Because it's based on the amount of damage, and
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, I may have messed up. Curtis may not be down. Because he rolled a 4 on his check. He only needed a 5. Which would make it a marginal success. No. Failure or marginal. No, that still counts as moderate. Never mind. I had the numbers wrong, but it still works out the same. Only been playing this game for 2 years. Why? There's no reason I should have anything memorized by now.
And we haven't had a whole lot of killing attacks in those 2 years.
That's true. I mean, we've had a few this go around because I know I've dropped Everlast like that. Really makes me think the killing advantage or on the thing maybe a little unbalanced, or I'm doing it wrong some kind of way. Anywho, where was I? Oh yes. All right, so you took some damage, and the headsman is looking at you, Jay, because you just kind of shimmered in. Oh no! Never mind. I'm still trying to go back to.
You're still trying to retroactively kill me, I see.
Yeah, well, you know. You haven't been attacked this game, and I don't want people to think I'm showing favoritism to you because you're my brother. It means I got to target you more. Actually, while Curtis is gone, I want to take just 1 second to go grab me a soda. I'll be right back. Usually I keep a stash on hand, but I didn't grab them today before we started.
Sorry, had to grab cough drops. It was getting annoying.
That's no problem. I hope it's just allergies and not the plague.
Oh, well, I caught the flu, and I always have sinuses anyway, so I do have a cough, but it is not a dry cough, and it is not. I'm not symptomatic of the plague. Let's hope none of us get it.
Yeah, I hope not. But I am, for the most part, just staying at home if I'm not at work. Alright, so let's see. All the other Sword Saints move around. And then Saint Moon's turn, but he's unconscious. Then it's the regular guard. Is Wolf Witch still holding that one guard?
Yes.
Okay, so he ain't going nowhere. But he's going to try to wiggle out and escape. And I believe an escape move. Let's see, is it his coordination or prowess? Seems like he may get to pick. Trouble, stunts, extra effort. Outcomes. It'd be really nice if we had an index in this thing.
Yeah. That is something that's sorely missing.
Ah, here we are. Wrestling, throwing, rushing. Ah, it's under actions. Okay, I've actually got actions tabbed. Okay, escaping. When you're being held by an opponent, you can attempt to escape with a prowess or strength test against the attacker's strength. So Wolf Witch needs to give me a strength roll. And this guy
Thinking
rolls
Wolf Witch needs to hit the gym.
this guy rolls his prowess or his strength, whichever is higher. They are exactly the same, so it doesn't make a difference. Oh, but she rolled high and he rolled low, so you've still got him in grip. Maybe
Squeezes a little tighter. No running. Not yet. You're too useful.
I need to hit the gym. Let's see. And the other guards are remaining at their stations for the moment. So then it's Wolf Witch's turn.
He's gonna look at the one who just stabbed her a little bit, bare her teeth, raise her hand from her captive's back, and she's gonna burn a determination point to instantly have magical blast at the ready.
Okay.
Tapping Master of Secret Magics. Shooting attack.
Ooh, that's a potential killing, I think.
Okay, I'm done with all of you.
Alright, so that's a 9 versus his coordination.
Hey, Dad. Oh, I'm doing all right. Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go.
There we go. Let me mute him for just a second. Alright, so...
I'll tell you when he's back up.
Alright, so he got a 4 to dodge. He failed to dodge. You beat him by 5. So he needs to roll versus a killing attack. So that's a 7. And how much damage do you do with that?
7.
Oh. And there. Oh, wait. This is a Sword Saint, though. So he is a... Hang on. Let me make sure I rolled the right stats then, because he is a... He'd have a slightly higher... Okay, so he'd have an 8, which is still a fail. So he takes 7 points minus his armor. Okay. He takes a good bit of damage from that. Let's see, that 7 would be plus his strength. Oh no, he's got to roll the... Hang on, I'm getting his rolls confused. That was a 4 that he missed by, so but he still just took the damage. The 7 was versus the damage of the blast. So that's a tie. Okay. So the killing effect doesn't take effect, but he does take a visibly a decent amount of damage. You figure you probably hurt him more than he hurt you, if that makes you feel any better.
Oh, thoroughly.
J303.
I'ma just pop a blade and see what I can do to Scythe Boy.
So you just 3D print your little sword blades?
Yep, just bloop. Chaka. It's like a 3D paint, but for shark. Yeah, that's actually a decent roll. Way to go, beautiful, graceful sword.
Alright, but that is versus the man, the myth, the legend. So his prowess. Oh, he rolls a 1. So that's a moderate success.
Cool.
And you do how much
Okay.
damage with that?
I believe it will be 7, but let me double check to make sure striking. Alright, just a 6. Just 6 damage.
Just 6 damage. Okay.
If it was bashing, it would be 7, but since it's a slash, it's
Okay.
only 6.
So your sword whips across the armor he's got up under his cloak. When you pull back, you've basically broken off the tip of the sword, and you're not entirely certain that you got through his armor at all.
Ooh. Gosh,
Dang.
that's stout.
He's a toughie. And then it's his turn. You're clearly a machine, which is not of super interest to the Pantheon. So he's not going to do anything fancy. He's just going to swing at you with his scythe.
Yay.
So that's going to be his prowess. Plus his weapon skill.
Oh, jeez. That dude's fairly ridiculous.
He's minorly ridiculous. Well, he's one of those villains built to fight an entire team, so.
Yeah.
You do not want to fight him on your own.
Alright, so he beat you by 2. So that you take 8 points of damage.
And I have dropped.
Holy crap.
How many points of damage?
8. He's very strong. Don't look at me, I didn't build him.
Probably that jerk that knew what the name of the scythe was.
Alright, hold on. Yeah, I'm dropped because I'm only at 7 stamina right now because we've already been through a fight.
Did you take some damage earlier?
Yeah, again in the stakeout fight.
Okay, you'd had a little time. You'd have had at least one recovery. I mean,
Okay, then I'm at 4 stamina. Then, go me.
because yeah, you don't keep damage too long in this game. You recover between scenes.
At least you weren't brought down to 0 in one blow.
That would just be embarrassing.
Well,
All right, so you've got 4. All right. Let's see. He doesn't have extra attacks or anything. Everlast.
All right, I'm gonna start busting up I'm gonna start breaking out the cell doors.
All right.
Hopefully, I can.
With
get
your
them
8
free now.
strength, they pop loose without any trouble.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna at the same time, I'll say, I'm Everlast. I'm here to rig you out. Do any of you? Do any of you have any? Are any of you powered?
The two twins look at each other, then look at you. Let us out. We can help you.
All right, it's done. That's what I was hoping to hear.
Suddenly thinking that wasn't a good idea.
What?
They're here, y'all are here to rescue people. What are you talking about?
Yeah, maybe we should have. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't do. I know we didn't do a background captives. I mean, these people could be,
I mean, if you want to roll an occult to see if any of them have reputations in the mystic community, that's fine. But
well, we'll find out what happens.
I'd say, even if they're bad guys, let them rip this guy apart.
Yeah, let them fight, as that dude in the Godzilla movie would say.
Maybe they're space twins and they'll be more powerful.
Right.
nope, one of them just becomes a bucket of water and the other one becomes a gopher or something.
Can it at least be a horned gopher?
Nope, just a gopher. They did a gopher mode around the villain. Alright, so you tear the door off by the twins. They step out, carefully stepping over the little runes or whatever they were, occult markings painted on the floor.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay.
Most of the cages had those. They didn't seem to do anything to you when you were tearing the doors off, though.
Okay, that's good. I would like to free as many as possible, but if I can only get the twins out, if I had to pick like one cell, I would pick the twins anyway.
Oh no! With an 8 strength, no, you're just going by.
Okay, cool.
You are talking about somebody at least Wonder Woman, strength level.
Right.
Cell doors, cage doors, yeah. They're made of steel, but nothing freaky. So, everybody comes running out. Like I said, the twins are careful to step across. Oh, that is much better. And then they say to the room, all of y'all should guard us while we leave. And let's see. Give me a willpower roll there, Everlast.
Ooh, that's not a good time for to roll one. Generated a 6 total. I guess we're guarding them as they leave.
So much for let them fight.
Well, maybe others are useful? Okay.
So yeah, that whole group starts marching out, surrounding these twins.
Oh, not me?
Oh yeah, you're with them. You're part of the group.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
As y'all march out towards where these sword saints are, you see them. You get ready for a fight. They look up. You hear one of them go, "Oh crap! The cuckoos are loose," and they split.
The cuckoos.
It's like they make sure to get out of sight.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, was the proprietor of the bookstore we were watching, is that person among the captives?
No. Y'all had prevented his kidnapping, basically.
Oh, that's right. We cut that off. That's right. That's right. We did meet him. Okay. Well, see what happens next.
So y'all are continuing to march out. You get to this area where there's a regular guard, and the children just look at him. Come with us, and he just falls in with the rest of you. Just because they were kidnapped does not mean they were nice people to begin with. All right. Next up is the Sword Saints. Let's see. The one next to Saint Moon.
If only my backup operating system would kick in.
Oh, that's right. You're already down, so he's not going to. Let's see. His buddy's having trouble with Wolf Witch, so he's going to run over there. The two of them are going to attack Wolf Witch.
Could not.
Let's see. I think 5s are what they roll. So one goes after you with an 11.
Hmm.
And the other one goes after you with an 11 because the dice like me. And you both get. Oh, I rolled max both times. You rolled minimum both times.
But
So I'm going to guess with a combined 10 points of damage that you likely as not pass out.
I do have that 3 damage resistance
Oh, okay. Well, that would be
That
3
just
off
means-
each 5, so
for damage.
4 damage. Yeah, that's not too bad.
Oh, one more lick and I'm down.
And there's 2 more Sword Saints walking up on you. And then they stop, and over the radio of the guy you got snatched up, you hear 2 guys talking about, the prisoners are loose. They're surrounding the cuckoos. We assume they've been taken. And you hear taken with like parentheses around it. Clearly there's some particular meaning. In fact, give me an occult roll, since you probably have a cult.
I do. Finally, I roll nice.
Yes. You have heard of cuckoos. They are some sort of psychic species. It's up in the air whether they're actually mystical in nature or not. But, they look fairly human. They get left with human parents. Some people theorize that they may be some kind of fey creatures, that may be a kind of a changeling type thing, except, they blend in a little bit, but there's always telltale signs. And they're known for mental manipulation, and,
Nice.
they pretty much walk through the world like, if you've ever seen Jessica Jones, like the Purple Man.
oh fudge!
I'm sorry, you found cuckoos and you didn't just kill them. I'm being butchered by idiots.
The guy you're holding is like, they were kids. I mean, dangerous, but they were kids. You sicko.
Little monsters.
So was Damien.
We had him contained. Somebody must have let him out.
Oh, you
Dummy did
poor
that.
sweet child. If we survive this, I'm gonna have to give her an education.
All right. So when they say that, the ones that are, the 2 that have not engaged Wolf Witch yet, turn around and start heading for the front. The headsman, he's looking at Jay. He's like, another time, perhaps. I suddenly have a more pressing engagement.
I and my incredibly large stab wound agree with you.
Yes.
He just looks
another
up
time.
dead on.
Very good, sir. You have a nice day.
You're sitting there, Sparks suit. Yeah, you go handle that other business.
You better run. but it's the Sword Saints' actual turn, so they run around here. It's like they're gathering all their numbers before they go out after these people, or maybe
we need 2 teams to take on the swords or the headsman.
Well, if the entire team dogpiled him, it'd be a pretty fair fight.
We're all divvied up.
Yeah, y'all were all split up and stuff.
Yeah, I thought I was hoping a surgical strike might do the job, but clearly it's backfired.
Let's see. So that's pretty much the Sword Saints. Saint Moon is still down. Regular guard.
I don't have to do like a death save or anything, do I?
No. That would have been the next rank up.
Hmm.
There is a version. There is if you had rolled even poorer, you could have potentially wound up where you were having to make stabilization checks or whatever they call it. It is.
I've been there before.
Well, and Jay just was not. He was never going to be a heavy hitter combat character.
Give me a strength check, Wolf Witch, as your guard is still trying to escape. Or you could just let him go if you wanted to.
I have a very important role for him.
Alright, so that's a tie. And with escape, I don't know that a tie necessarily gets him anything. Exhausted, invaded. Escaping. Let's see. Failure or marginal. And a tie is a marginal, so it's a failure. He is still held.
Hello?
And then it is Wolfwitch's turn.
Well, I'm going to burn another determination point.
Okay.
To duplicate energy drain with my magic.
Okay.
At level 7.
Okay.
And I'm going to use that on him, on my little captive, to heal myself.
Okay. Give me the occult check. Because it was we burn the determination. Yeah, because that gets rid of the time factor there. Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely pull the spell off without any trouble. And the drain. Is it called drain?
Energy drain.
Here we go. Make a prowess. Yeah, well, you already touched him, so we can skip that. It's energy drain versus strength or willpower. Do you want to go up against his strength or his willpower?
His willpower.
Alright, he's a thug. So yeah, his willpower is a little lower. So roll the rank of your power plus a d6. Beat a 5. Alright, you beat a 5.
Will I regain 5 stamina?
Target loses stamina equal to the outcome. So yes, you got 5 back. And he, I think, goes unconscious.
Much better. And as she lets him go, you can see that her hands are just kind of writhing and surrounded by the flesh of her hands is kind of writhing and they're enshrouded in a green aura.
That just don't look healthy. We'll go ahead and delete him.
Very healthy for her.
Fair point, fair point. J303.
So can J303 see the cuckoos?
No, you're on the opposite end of the facility.
Alright. So do you need any assistance handling these cuckoo things, or just talking to the headsman?
No, I should be able to handle them on my own. Thank you for the offer, though. He looks a little bemused. Well, you can't. I want to say he's hooded and got a covering over his face. He sounds a little bemused that you'd be offering.
Yeah, I'm designed to help humans. You're a human. There's something not human here. Kind of my job right now. Something has taken precedence over kidnapping.
He kind of pauses for a second. No, I'm confident I can handle it. Though, should you ever encounter these things in the wild, I think you would probably be resistant to them.
Presumed. All right then.
I'll have to think about employing robots for handling them. You gave me something to think about. I'm glad I didn't cut you in half with one lick. Or with one strike. He would use the term lick.
Good sparring with you, and don't worry, there's multiples of me.
Oh, you know what? Here, take this
Excuse
business
me,
card.
I have
Thank
to go
you.
pick up the two half-dead mages. Speak to you later.
You just hear him mumbling as he walks off. Yes, we need to get us some of those.
Damn it!
Well, glad to be out of that. Just picks up the unconscious.
The conscious Jay picks up the unconscious Jay.
Yeah. Jay picks up Jay. Wolf Witch, you okay?
Oh, I am about to be fantastic.
Cool.
And creepy.
Can you contact the girl?
A moment.
Sorry, brain's not
I'm
working
hungry
great.
right now.
Do I need to keep this person a safe distance from you?
You can just lay them down. I'll deal with them if I need to.
Oh, no. You know what? That sounded ominous and threatening. I'ma just keep a safe distance.
Alright, then it is the headsman's turn. And he heads off. Not at a full run, but it's at a very fast walk. It's like it's beneath his dignity to just sprint away, but he's moving very quickly.
Like Darth Vader after he killed Ben Kenobi, he like just saunters towards the Millennium Falcon and then gets the door shut in his face because he didn't bother to run.
I'm thinking more Count Dooku when he's getting away from Yoda. Well, I'm not sprinting, but I'm definitely in a hurry. Whirling Ginsu of death back there.
It's like, moving on.
Everlast, as your crew is walking out, the police are beginning to pull up. From where Jay had called them.
I really hope they don't try to stop these kids. Yeah, I guess at this point, hopefully I have at least enough control over myself to not automatically go for the kill if they try to stop us.
As of this moment, they just said guard them.
Right.
So
I could just be standing in front of the bullets and just taking the hits.
Well, right now you're still you. It's just when the kids said, "Hey, guard us while we get out of here," you're like, you know what? I need to guard. We need to guard these kids while we get them out of here. So you would see the police pulling up as help towards that goal.
Mm-hmm.
And and you can still speak freely, and you still have your personality.
Right.
You're just doing what they told you to do without thinking that it's weird that you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the police pull up. And
I'll say, I guess I could tell the other people, since none of them seem have exhibited any kind of powers. Don't worry, I can take care of this. Because I don't want these people to get like caught in a crap.
Well,
if I can go that far.
All but one of them are kind of like, we need to guard these children, but they fall back to give you kind of the point. You know, they let you take point.
That's fair.
And there's one guy that is distancing himself from the rest of you. Kind of, you know, he's still heading to the police, but he's kind of branching off a little bit.
Okay.
Basically, the one guy that made the roll.
I guess would I be at liberty to announce to the police that that we're all being controlled?
No, you're not aware you're being controlled.
Oh, right. This is
you just thought, you know what? We don't need to send these kids after them. We need to guard these kids and get them out of here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like I said, you have to follow their commands, but you're not realizing there's anything weird about that.
I got it. All right. Well, I might just preemptively. Could I do a? Oh no, that would probably require a. That would be a power stunt. I was hoping to like pull a land shark and just slam the ground and create a seismic wave thing, but I can't really do that on my own. I might just I'd probably just preemptively run. Oh boy, I hate to say this, but Everlast being Everlast, she would probably preemptively, and not realizing she's doing something bad, she'd probably just preemptively take on the cops herself. Not to kill them, of course.
Well, like I said, right now when you see the cops coming up, you're going, "Oh, it's help," because you're still thinking of the cops like Everlast would think of the cops.
Oh, like they're here to guard the kids too.
You know, we need to get these kids out of here to safety. Oh, well, here's some police that can help. You know, unless if the kids think the cops are a threat, they may send you after them.
I see.
But until you're given a direct command, you're still thinking like Everlast. So the police park. One of them, several of them start getting out. One of them asks you, "What's going on here? We received a call from."
These people have been held captive at this oil drill facility. They got only protection. We've just rescued them. I'm one of the haunted. I think we're kind of that's a brand name by now, right? We've been essentially haunted.
You've been in the news. You see one or two of the cops nodding their heads like, "Oh, okay."
That's a thing that exists.
You haven't really been active in Lafayette, so the local police maybe not.
Oh, that's true. Gotcha.
But the police looks at the rest of the people. Is this true? And everybody's nodding their heads because that's true. We've been kidnapped. And the kids look at the officers like, "You need to get us out of here." and his thing is, "Let me get those kids out of here." And as they pack him up as they hop in the police car, they climb into the front passenger seat, which isn't what they're supposed to do, but nobody seems to react to it. And you kind of come to yourself as the police are driving away.
Oh, of course.
Like, oh yeah, I need to get back in there to my buddies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
And that's about the time all these sword saints and the headsmen come pouring out of the.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm still in communication with everyone else. By our.
How were y'all communicating? I think y'all were just using cell phones. Was kind of how y'all were doing it. Y'all had like burner phones or something.
We're not Spear. That's right. We can't automatically count on.
Yeah, you don't have that. You don't have like the headsets or nothing.
Gotcha.
But you can if you work for the right robot man. Just for the record.
Yeah. So at this point, I think. Oh boy. I'm gonna see. Would it be possible to race back in, or do they have the entrance pretty blocked off where I couldn't break through or dodge through?
It's like 6 sword saints and the headsmen come out.
Yeah, that's a lot. Well, I think what I think I'm gonna say, if you want me, you're gonna have to catch me, and just kind of like run off, hoping that I can draw them away from everyone else. Assuming, and I'm gonna hope that everyone else is still on their feet, which I don't actually know for sure.
As you start to run, the headsman just calls out after you. Where are the children?
Let's see.
And at this point,
They got away. They got away. They got away. Who were they?
creatures called cuckoos. They control your mind and make you do what they wish.
Now that I stop to think about it, could I do a cult check to see if I know anything about
Yeah, give me an occult check.
I've generated 11.
Wolf Witch could probably rattle off more detail about him. But yeah, you know there's some kind of, you think they were, you've read there's some kind of, it's may or may not be Fae, but it's kind of the changeling thing, you know. The parents don't raise them, they drop them off with humans to be raised.
Mm-hmm.
And with their psychic abilities, they make any human around them take care of them.
Yeah. So, would I know them to be deliberately malevolent or just efficient?
Mildly sociopathic, maybe.
Okay.
They don't tend to go out of the way to hurt people intentionally. But, you know, I need to be driven across the state. You drive me across the state. You know.
Let me see.
Maybe that's outside a store and the dude has left his wife at the store or something, you know. They don't take other people's well-being into consideration when they do something. But they don't go around mass murdering people.
Yeah, that's not their mission. That's just
no.
Okay.
It's all survival based kind of.
Yeah. In that case, having recognized that, I'll just say that since I've heard at least a little bit about them, I'll just say the police took them away, all of them. This is good.
Of course, the police are drawing their guns on the sword saints because that's, you know, they're recognized as part of some kind of shady organization.
Oh, they haven't taken off yet. The police? They're still here with everyone.
Oh yeah. Just the one cop car drove off with the kids.
Okay, so the kids are gone, but how about the rest of the other captives? Are they still here?
They're still standing around. The kids seem to not to care, you know.
I gotcha.
Oh, this one's got a car. That gets away faster.
Yeah, I think at this point, Everlast is just going to say, you know, this fighting isn't doing anyone any good. We're just, you know, this war is just causing more and more chaos. Are you just going to keep doing this? You keep chasing after me? Is this going to just keep happening?
It's not just you. You could always turn yourself in. You could always come with me willingly. That would stop the conflict.
Oh boy.
Quit being a slave to the gods. And help rise humanity to their level.
It's actually a tempting offer. If this is gonna, how do I know you don't just keep kidnapping people after me?
I wasn't agreeing to stop. I just meant we wouldn't be fighting you. Sacrifices have to be made for the betterment of everyone.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try bluffing and say I'm guessing you haven't been able to capture anyone nearly as powerful as me if you're still looking for people. If you found anyone that was able to retain as much divine power as I've been, you surely would have everything you needed. You wouldn't bother keeping up with this. So I know you don't have anyone else. I know you don't have any other promising leads in your glorious quest for self-improvement. kick?
We have leads. We haven't successfully captured anyone any more powerful than you know. And, the police are, telling the armored guys to power down and all this, and they're just moving towards the police in a line. While they, it's like you and the headsmen are talking, and the sword saints have gotten between y'all and the police and are marching towards the police.
Mm-hmm. What to do?
Well, that's probably enough for one round. Let's jump back to everybody
Right.
else. And you can be thinking of what you want to do when it gets back around to you.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I think.
All right, the two sword saints on Wolf Witch will both make attacks.
And I will make 2 dodges.
I don't think you made 2 dodges.
Both
Don't
of
think
them-
it did, yo.
There.
Both of them hit. I think we established that it was 4 damage.
3.
3 damage. Oops. Hang on. What's
So it was 2 damage because I have damage to resistance 3,
yes.
and they're doing 5.
It's 2 apiece, but they both hit you, so 4 total.
Yeah.
But you healed yourself 5 last round, so you're still okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then the sword saints outside have gotten to the police. One or two of them have their swords out and are like attacking weaponry and stuff. Most of them are just grabbing the police and slamming them up against the cars. They're not exactly being gentle, but they're clearly not going for the kill. And these are just officers with regular handguns, so they're not really armed in a way that's really a threat to these guys in armor. So. Let's see. How long does a person stay unconscious? Let's see. Staying, killing. Perfect. Boy, it's just not laid out where you can find anything quickly. Alright, team boy. Let's see, does the glossary have anything on recovery? Nope, don't see anything. Alright, so Saint Moon is unconscious. Regular guards are pretty much fleeing at this point because the police have shown up. So they're all headed to the front door because there's no other way out with the ship gone. Wolf Witch, you're up.
I'm just going to grab the wounded sword saint and
Okay.
try and leech him. That'd be a prowess to grab him.
Yes, prowess. Prowess versus prowess. He manages to avoid your grip.
Oh, I'm going to have a bad time.
It's a possibility. J303,
I am as fast as a horse.
which is fairly fast in close, especially in close range.
I'm just gonna run up, and with my 6 strength, which can, lift cars, I believe.
At least flip him over, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up, grab Wolf Witch. We're leaving. Because
He's
this
running
fight
like a
has got
snag.
Yep, this fight has gotten way out of hand, and our heaviest hitter is not here. I'm the tech guy. We're leaving.
Wolfwitch, are you resisting this at all? Zach, are you there?
We lost him.
Uh-oh, did we lose
no.
Zach? Well, he still appears in the chat.
Oh, sorry. Power browned out, so I'm on my phone until the internet comes back.
Okay. Well, J303 is trying to grab Wolfwitch and run away with her and Saint Moon. Are you resisting at all?
She will grumble, but she's not going to fight.
Okay. All right, then you don't
Cool.
even have to make a roll for that. Jay just snatches her around the waist, throws her over his shoulder, and
Yep.
at the speed of a fast horse, runs out.
Oh, it's a fast horse now?
Oh, I was assuming. I'm sorry.
Faster than a speeding horse.
Which is pretty good for a person.
Sure. I can do it.
But slower than a fast helicopter.
As fast as a horse, but not a race horse.
Yeah, also contacting Spear. Being like, location, photos, information. We went in way out of our league. It's way above our pay grade. It's our bad. We messed this up. We do heat this up real bad.
You get a message back very quickly that the local office is scrambling agents in your direction.
But proof that this was a hideout for them. So we at least got the information.
Oh
correct?
yeah, you've got that. You've got a recording of the headsman's voice that you can
Yeah.
give them at this point.
So anyway, we're gonna run over to this dock to the right
Oh, to the right.
for now. Yeah, because there's oh wait, no, there's no platform for that. I'd have to make a leap or something.
Jump down into the water. Well, you could run through this middle one here, where you could take them stairs back down like y'all got here. Though they just led down to the water.
Can I see the plane that I tossed in the water?
Yeah, it's still there, upside down, bobbing in the water, slowly sinking.
Oh well.
Apparently, there was somebody in the plane when you flipped it over because they've crawled out and are sitting on the bottom of it, which is now the top.
Oh, I feel kind of bad about that. Oh well. And then yeah, I guess I'll make a sprint for the front entrance then, I guess,
All right.
since there's no other way out.
All right, then we'll get it back. That gets us back around to Headsman and Everlast.
All right. I think Everlast is. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say some of the regular guards are pulling around with a couple of SUVs, Humvee kind of size and style. And with several of the cops knocked out, a bunch of the Sword Saints are beginning to pile into them.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. I think Everlast is ready to make a deal. Because I think that would be. I think I could see. I could see you doing that. I think it'll be interesting. So I'm gonna tell Headsman that let my friends and these police officers be, and I'll come with you without a fight. And you can tell me about you can tell me all about your glorious vision.
Okay, that's agreed. And I assume when you say friends and police officers, you mean these other hostages or these other subjects
yeah.
we had picked up as well.
Yeah.
No. He's like, agreed. And just kind of motions you towards one of the SUVs.
All right. Yeah, I'll do this. Well, I guess we'll see if the other team, the rest of the team, catches up in time for a final goodbye, or at least a goodbye for now. Not final. And then I'll go ahead and
I'm getting into a car with a cloaked man with a scythe. No, it's not a final goodbye.
Well,
I mean, it's not a windowless van.
I mean, I've seen
the afterlife. It's not going to end here.
I've seen what Dobie Gillis? No, not Dobie Gillis. It was old Disney movie. Somebody and the Little People.
Oh, Darby O'Gill.
Darby O'Gillis and the Little People.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Everlast doesn't have a little leprechaun friend to get her out of this.
Well, I mean, out of character, I do have that ritual I can pull. I think that's her back pocket plan. If she can manage to pull that ritual.
That's the Ace of Spades she's got tucked down her collar.
Yeah, maybe they'll have some I mean, they do have ways. They clearly have occult mechanism of some kind, but we'll see if she can pull it off. I mean, even though she, yeah. But anyway.
So you climb into the car as the Humvee, and as the Humvee is pulling away and looking in the rear view mirror, you see J303 come running out at a pretty good clip. I mean, nothing compared to what you can match, and he's got Saint Moon thrown over one shoulder, looking pretty limp. Wolf Witch is thrown over the other shoulder, but she's kind of reared up and trying to see where they're going. You guys get out just in time to see those two SUVs heading down the road. Most of the police are laid out. You see a bunch of civilians standing around that you assume must be the prisoners. They seem to be unharmed. Several of them have moved to start helping some of the officers, sit up. And like I said, you see those two SUVs just driving off into the distance. You don't see Everlast anywhere. Well, actually, give me an awareness roll to see if you spot Everlast.
Roll a 6.
Rolled a 10.
With a 6, you probably don't spot it. With the 10, as I'm assuming Jay starts to put you on the ground, and you turn around and you take a look. You see the back of a lot of golden helmets in the SUVs. You spot what is clearly the hoodsman's hood, and then the smaller person sitting next to him. Yeah, you recognize that hair.
Oh no! 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 No!
And then they disappear around the bend in the road.
Today is now completely foobar.
And she was our heavy hitter, too. Although Jay doesn't say that, he just drools.
So 15 minutes later, a helicopter lands. Spear agents begin piling out. They begin flooding the facility. There's at least one agent there that is medically, EMT has EMT training that immediately runs over and starts checking the officers. Most of them have roused up by this point. Like I said, the Sword Saints did not appear to be going for the kill. They were slamming up against cars. They were knocking them out mostly. So there's a few concussions and a broken bone or two, but nothing life-threatening. The prisoners seem to be in pretty good shape. They weren't being mistreated or malnourished or anything. Shield takes statements. At first, they don't seem to be overly impressed with you. When they start seeing some of the video and just how many of these Sword Saints are running around, they're like, well, okay, that's rough. They're not exactly sure what the Saints can do, but the reports of them popping energy blades, has gotten around. Apparently, there's a lot of interest in Spear to find out what is going on with these people. You know, it's like you've just discovered Hydra exists, sort of thing. You know, well, this is an organization we hadn't heard of, and now they just keep popping up. You know, they take the name and description of your friend that was taken. Do you warn them about the cuckoos?
Yes.
Yes.
Emphatically.
This is the first they've heard of anything like that. You know, they take notes from you.
Amateur hour. My advice: if you find them, just shoot them. They're not human. They're not. I'm not even sure what they are. They're just a severe threat. Put them down. If
Unfortunately,
you find them.
there's legislation about you know, non-human sentient life forms. You know, because we have aliens and stuff on the planet now, so.
Soft-handed dilly-dallying. We've all been eaten alive in the Tuguska event.
Is Jay awake now? I'm assuming.
Yes. Jay has roused him at some point. Your grandmother's ghost is just mocking you. Letting the gringo slap you around like that. Wouldn't have happened to her in her day.
You weren't much help.
Yeah.
She tells you let her handle it next time. So what do you guys plan to do at this point?
We need to either Jay or Wolfwitch will have to see if we can track where Everlast is.
Fix my chest wound.
Yeah, there's that.
I'd imagine Everlast probably left something, a personal item of some kind, back at the bookstore that we could use as a focus for a tracking spell.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
perhaps,
call her
perhaps.
phone.
Everlast, your phone starts ringing.
Okay, I'll look to the headsman to see if. Shall I answer? Assuming he hasn't already taken it, of course.
No, he hasn't searched you anything yet.
Mm-hmm. Should I take it?
He's like, go ahead and take it. I'll have to destroy it when you're finished. But, you know, if you need to say goodbye to somebody, that's fine.
That's fair. I'll answer. Mm-hmm.
Heyo, this is J303.
Yes, hi. So I cut a deal. I'm going peaceably, and no longer under the influence of the cuckoo twins.
Yeah. Quick question.
Yes.
The fuck? Hey, you know these kidnappers that are on the run, and we just ruined one of their bases. Yeah, I just decided to agree with them randomly, you know, for the fun of it. Hey, yeah, I have a giant chest wound that has to argue with you about this.
I'm sorry about all the. I know you all put yourselves out for me like this, especially.
If you were an evil cultist, you could have just told me from the start, and I would have left all this alone.
Actually, yeah, I think at that point, Everlast just snaps. I wasn't raised in a cult, you know, because I imagine that's something that'll be kind of that she'll take. That'll be a sore spot for her. I know you're probably you may have been referring to Pantheon most likely, but that's always that. I think that'll be kind of a sore spot for Everlast, given what she's been through late in her life. Then she follows that up. Like this is the quickest way to stop the fighting, and and prevent anyone else from getting hurt. And the captives been freed, and I don't know. I know you all can keep on doing what you do with it. And then she says, I'll just I'll see you on the other side. And I'm trying to think if there's like a way I could like give a little, that might be the best I could. Oh no, I don't want to be too blunt about giving away my plan, because it has been, he met me in the other side, in the land of the dead, so I don't want to like risk telegraphing my plan to him. But I'll just leave that as a statement at the end.
Can you hand the phone to the headsman also?
Sure, it's for you.
Hello.
Hey, headsman, this is J303, the robot guy.
Oh, okay.
So, you were talking about wanting some robots. What kind of business deal we talking?
What you're saying is a couple of the cops are looking out, or one of the spray agents looking over at you.
No. This conversation's going on electronically.
Oh, okay.
There is no voice at the...
May I interest you in a toilet drill?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you the
implication that
the implication that I was interested in hiring you. You were working with heroes opposed to us, so I'm not sure we can entirely trust you. And we have the facilities to build our own with a little bit of research. So it's really more that you inspired me than I was looking to hire you. You or any of your copies, I believe you said you had.
Oh, well, now I'm just going to spitefully beat your robots every time I see them, just for the record.
That's fair.
Just to show I'm better than them. And then I'll move on with my life, because, your whole human to godhood thing doesn't really affect me, as long as you don't become, cruel, unusual people afterwards.
Well, that's fair. We have nothing against artificial intelligence.
Whoa, I'm just a robot. There's a human behind kind of setting my rules. Totally.
Indeed. Give me a willpower roll if you want to actually try to convince him of that.
No, at this point, it's a private conversation between me and the headsman.
Okay.
Nah, I'm just joking around with the old dude.
Well,
I'm totally chill being friends with cultists, if they get their way.
They devour the souls of all their friends, but I'm a robot.
You go on, you crazy soul-eating son of a gun. I'm gonna be over here playing Tetris.
I think Everlast would like to say ask to say goodbye to Wolf Witch, if the headsman would allow it, because she is the one who's put her up these past couple weeks.
He hands the phone back to you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, hello again.
No, where? Oh wait, that's right. You were okay. I'm gonna lose her. Which? Hang on a second.
Or are you going to hang up the phone and then call Wolf Witch?
Oh, that's right. You're not. That's right. You're not actually talking. Never mind. He would just. She would just tell. I forgot this is a direct pipeline. It's like an actual phone that you can hand off. She'll just ask J303 to especially thank Wolf Witch for everything she did for her.
No, call yourself. Don't be a coward.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get that chance. Just relay the message, would you please?
Oh, what's he gonna do? Stab you? You can punch him 3 continents away. Make the phone call.
She thinks I like that point.
Yeah, join. Yeah, after.
And I suppose I get one more call.
Go into cult and ask me a fucking favor.
I'll turn to the husband and ask. I don't suppose I'll get a chance at one more call, will I?
He looks at the driver. How far are we from the pickup point? You have a couple of minutes. Go ahead.
All right. So yeah, so she does, which and and she basically just like again thanks Wolfwitch directly for giving her refuge. It's
Don't worry, we're going to find you, and then we'll have a nice fun time with your new hooded friend. I'll have his skull glazed and set beside Joseph Goebbels, in my little shop of horrors. It'll be fun for everyone.
Yeah, and I'll just I'm trying to think if I could I'll just I'll no, I'm just gonna. I'll just leave it there. I'm gonna hope that maybe you'll remember. That you'll remember where I went last time, and maybe I don't know. I don't want to. Again, I don't want to risk tipping off the headsman.
You're not gonna say anything blatant.
Yeah, but I will be very. I am very heartfelt and appreciating the job and the and the shelter, and I'm sure there are like plenty of a night of consoling after losing everything I've my entire family over the past couple months.
What's Everlast's real name?
Oh, Elena.
Elena, dear, don't worry about it. Everything is going to be fine.
I know,
and I'm not going to let anything happen to you.
Yeah, I can handle. I think I can handle myself. For at least I can. I think I got this.
No, you can't.
But thank you. Yeah. Oops, what? Okay.
No, child, you can't handle this. We're gonna come rescue you. But so after a couple minutes of talking to Wolf Witch, the headsman kind of makes a motion for the phone. He lets you say.
I'll hand the phone. I'll say goodbye and then hand the phone.
All right. He crushes it, tosses it out the window.
Sure.
I'm usually opposed to littering, but And 10 minutes later, you get to this clearing. Another one of those jets lands and picks you up. And that's where we will wrap it for today.
Yeah.
We got just a couple of minutes left. So, next time, what I propose, and you can keep with just this team, but what I would propose is bringing in the rest of the Haunted and any of the rest of the Misfits, as I think y'all are taking a call on them. Now, when you ran the Misfits the first time, it was J303, the Alien Janitor, Saint Moon, and then Anna's character. I don't think Mike was here for that one in the museum. Right. So he doesn't really you don't really have a Misfit character particularly.
Not yet.
But you do have at least one character that you have not debuted yet.
Anyone, yes.
So you could bring one of those in, and Everlast. So everybody may start off next session with 2 characters.
I'm fine with that.
And then they will probably get split into 2 teams, and we may jump back and forth between them, or it may wind up focusing on one and then focusing on the other. But I think it'd be neat to do it like a crossover where it was where it was. We do a scene with one and then may jump and do a scene with the other.
Yeah.
It does sound good.
Yeah, that sounds like something that's neat to y'all.
You're only going to start off with 2 characters, and you'll be lucky to end up with 1.
Well, it might just be the end of the story might be a really big brawl with 2 teams versus the headsman, and some accompanying sword saints. Maybe you'll even find out who the headsman's boss is. I mean, the Haunted are pretty sure they know, really. But
the Bodies Men.
And they combined are'. Then it's just the man's man. But all right, so we'll wrap up
Trying to
here.
make a man's world.
I hope all y'all had fun. I did.
It was a blast.
Oh yeah.
Anybody that comes by and watches this later, hope you had a good time. Hope you come check us out in 2 weeks. Again, I've been your GM for the day, Jason. And with me has been Taylor playing J303.
Hey.
Mike playing Everlast.
Bye bye from captivity.
Zach playing Wolf Witch.
Oh, wow.
And Curtis playing St. Moon
Sleepy
El
J.
Bruja. Sleepy J. And we will see you next time.
Bye.